Watch someone enter a room and instantly command attention. Watch conversations stop. Watch heads turn. Watch people gravitate toward them like magnets. This isn't about looks, money, or status. This is about something far more powerful: magnetic personality. And in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to develop it. But what makes someone magnetically attractive to others? Why do some people walk into a room and become the center of attention while others go completely unnoticed? What's the secret psychology behind charisma that makes people want to be around certain individuals? And most importantly, what if I told you this magnetic power can be learned, developed, and mastered by anyone? Today, I'm revealing the psychology of magnetic personality, the exact mental frameworks that make people irresistibly drawn to you. I learned this the hard way. I used to be the person who stood in corners at parties, invisible, unnoticed. But through studying charismatic leaders, testing psychological principles, and yes, making plenty of mistakes, I discovered the formula. Magnetic personality is not magic. It's psychology. It's strategy. It's learnable. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 5 pillars of magnetic presence and have a clear roadmap to develop this power yourself. But I must warn you, once you understand these principles, you can't unsee them. You'll notice them everywhere, in every interaction, every relationship. Let me tell you about the exact moment I understood presence. I was 23, at a networking event, watching this woman command a room of 200 people. She wasn't the loudest or the most talkative, but when she spoke, everyone listened. When she moved, eyes followed. I had to understand what she was doing differently. Magnetic people master their presence. Here's what I discovered: the physiology of magnetism. Your body language speaks before you do. Magnetic people understand that presence is 55% body language, 38% tone of voice, and only 7% words. They occupy space with intention. I remember practicing this in my bathroom mirror for weeks. Shoulders back, chest open, movements deliberate. I felt ridiculous. But when I applied it at my next meeting, something shifted. People listened differently. They took me seriously. They remembered me. The energy transfer. Magnetic people don't just take energy from a room, they give it. They understand that charisma is not about being the most interesting person in the room, but being the most interested. The attention paradox. Here's what nobody tells you. To be magnetic, you must first master giving attention before you can receive it. When you make others feel seen, heard, and valued, they naturally gravitate toward you. Magnetic people master their presence. This isn't about being fake or performing. This is about aligning your external presence with your internal power. The most magnetic person I ever met was my college professor, Dr. Martinez. He could sense the emotional temperature of any room within seconds and adjust accordingly. He taught me that emotional intelligence isn't just a soft skill, it's a superpower. I'll never forget the day I bombed a presentation because I couldn't read the room. I was pushing enthusiasm on tired executives, using humor with serious decision-makers. I was emotionally blind. That failure taught me everything about emotional calibration. Magnetic people read emotions like maps. They understand the emotional radar. Magnetic people are constantly scanning facial expressions, body language, energy shifts. They notice when someone checks out of a conversation, when tension rises, when engagement peaks. The mirroring effect. Subconsciously, we're drawn to people who match our emotional state and then elevate it. Magnetic people master this dance. They meet you where you are, then gently lift you higher. The validation technique. Instead of trying to fix or change emotions, magnetic people validate them first. I can see this is frustrating for you, or I sense you're excited about this opportunity. This creates instant connection. When you make people feel understood before you make them understand, you become magnetic. When you acknowledge emotions before you address logic, you create trust. Magnetic people read emotions like maps. They navigate human interaction with precision because they understand that behind every behavior is an emotion, and behind every emotion is a need. Stories are the currency of human connection. But most people tell boring stories about what happened. Magnetic people tell compelling stories about what it meant. I learned this from my grandmother. She could make buying groceries sound like an adventure. I walked into that store, she'd say, and there was this man arguing with a cantaloupe. I kid you not, he was holding it up to his ear like it was going to whisper secrets. 20 years later, I still remember that story. Why? Because she painted a picture. Magnetic people paint pictures with words. They understand. The specificity principle. Instead of, I was nervous, they say, my palms were sweating so much I had to wipe them on my jeans every 30 seconds. Instead of, it was beautiful, they say, the sunset looked like someone spilled orange paint across the sky. The emotional journey. Every magnetic story has 3 parts. Setup, what happened, conflict, what went wrong, resolution, what it meant. This mirrors how our brains process meaning. The personal revelation. Magnetic people don't just tell stories, they reveal something about themselves. They show vulnerability, share lessons, admit mistakes. This creates intimacy and trust. When you master storytelling, conversations become adventures. People lean in, engage, remember. They associate you with the emotions your stories create. Magnetic people paint pictures with words. They understand that facts tell, but stories sell, whether you're selling an idea, a product, or yourself. Here's the paradox of magnetism. The more you try to be what others want, the less magnetic you become. The most attractive thing about magnetic people isn't perfection, it's authenticity. I spent years trying to be the person I thought others wanted me to be, agreeing when I disagreed, laughing at jokes that weren't funny, pretending to like things I didn't. I was exhausted, and worse, I was invisible. People didn't remember me because there was nothing real to remember. Magnetic people are unapologetically themselves. They understand. The imperfection attraction. People aren't drawn to perfect people. They're drawn to real people. Your quirks, your flaws, your unique perspectives. These aren't bugs. They're features. The opinion courage. Magnetic people have opinions and express them respectfully. They don't agree just to avoid conflict. They add value to conversations by bringing their authentic perspective. The boundary confidence. They say no without over-explaining. They have standards without being judgmental. They respect themselves, which teaches others to respect them. When you stop performing and start being, you become magnetic. When you stop hiding your true self and start celebrating it, people are drawn to your energy. Magnetic people are unapologetically themselves. They understand that trying to be everything to everyone makes you nothing to no one. The ultimate secret of magnetic personality is this. Make others feel better about themselves, and they'll feel better about you. Magnetic people leave others better than they found them. They ask questions that make people think, give compliments that make people grow, share knowledge that makes people stronger, provide support that makes people braver. The day I stopped asking, what can I get from this person, and started asking, what can I give to this person? Everything changed. Relationships deepened. Opportunities multiplied. People wanted to be around me because being around me made them feel valuable. Your magnetic power isn't about what you can extract from others. It's about what you can contribute to others. When you consistently add value to people's lives, they naturally want more of your presence. Magnetic people leave others better than they found them. This is the ultimate pillar. When you master this, magnetism becomes effortless. Remember, magnetic people master their presence. Magnetic people read emotions like maps. Magnetic people paint pictures with words. Magnetic people are unapologetically themselves. Magnetic people leave others better than they found them. You now have the 5 pillars. The question isn't whether this works. The question is whether you'll work it. Your magnetic transformation starts with your next interaction. Make it count.